Hi, I'm John from WorkshopAddict.com. Today I want to tell you a little bit about the BOSCH JSH180 jigsaw. This is a 18-volt jigsaw, part of their 18-volt platform, and this is not a new tool by any means. This one came out, I believe, in around 2012, but it is the first time I've had a chance to use it, and it's fantastic. Let's just get that out of the way. My first little back history here, my first jigsaw was a piece of junk. I went out and bought the cheapest one I could with the cheapest blades, and the performance and results I got were cheap, terrible. Lots of blade deflection. It was just a miserable unit. So from there I wanted to find the best jigsaw I could for the money I could afford. And I went out and bought this BOSCH corded jigsaw. Had great reviews, and quite honestly, it was night and day better than the cheap piece of junk I had. Two things that caused the blade deflection, which was my biggest issue, is first of all, blades. If you buy junk blades, they're not going to work well. The other thing is the blade guide. Is there anything holding it and keeping it from drifting? And BOSCH does a very, very, very good job of that. And along with their blades. I really enjoy the BOSCH blades. I bought a set of these and I've had no issues. I love them. And so I love this unit, very heavy, and it's got a cord. So I moved on and bought a barrel gripped version of this. Easier for me to control. I can turn it better. I really enjoy this unit. It is nice. And again, cord. I could live with that, but it always seems, at least once when I'm using it, the cord's in the way and I'm moving it. It's not a reason to throw it away and move on, but I had the opportunity to check out the BOSCH 18-volt unit this year, and quite honestly, I was a little hesitant. I was afraid that it was going to be underpowered. It wasn't going to perform as well as these ones. Let me tell you right now, I couldn't have been more wrong. Once you put your battery pack in, slim pack or fat pack, this unit is very, very good. Without the battery, it's 5.3 pounds, so it's quite a bit lighter than these two. But with the battery, pretty close. It's a little bit lighter. It's a smaller footprint. You can actually get closer to your cut line if you're going into something than you can with these. Very narrow, very light, easy to work upside down if you had to. And a couple things, not only is this perform as well as these other two, but in many facets better. The corded versions here, let me just show you. When you're using these, there is one speed when you turn it on, and the variable speed is controlled in the back on both units. There's no brake on that. So if you're in a hurry and you're not patient with waiting for it to come to a complete stop, you could wreck your workpiece. I've done it before. It's me being impatient. Cordless version, stops. Electric brake and variable speed on the trigger. So no need to stop this and change it or change it on the fly. You can do it right from the trigger. That's awesome. This basically has the same blade guide as this barrel unit. I really liked the blade guide from this one. They got rid of this years and years and years ago, and I don't know why. I really enjoyed that, but this one does very well itself. This has a very important feature, and whenever you use a blade, they usually end up being hot. This has a one-hand, non-contact with the blade change. You can eject the blade without having to touch it, therefore not burning your fingers. Very easy to put in, just slide it in and it works. There's a finger guard in the front. There's a non-marring surface on the pad, which you can take off if you don't want to use this, but this does protect your work surfaces very, very well. It has an orbital feature over here where if you set it for 0, it's just a straight up and down cut. It's going to give you your cleanest cut. It's going to be a little slower. Depending on the material you're using, if you get into softer material, you need to make a very fast cut, you can put this orbital feature on, which basically takes this blade guide and kicks it in and out. So it forces that blade to cut in an orbital fashion, which will cut faster but not as clean. I was doing cuts and I couldn't believe of how well you could cut with this thing and how sharp a corners you can make. I wasn't using a very small blade. I was using a thicker blade, and it worked very well with minimal to almost no deflection. So the performance of this thing is outstanding. It has an LED light on the bottom so you can see your cut line. It comes with an anti-splinter guard that fits right on the bottom here, and it keeps splinters from happening, especially in your plywoods. Has a lock on the handle, so if you leave your battery on, you will not wear this out. And an Allen wrench stores in the bottom, so you can actually change the angle of this foot in case you needed to make some angled cuts. I wish this had a little better positive a stop here, but it's pretty good. All in all, this unit is exceptional. It has a 1-inch blade movement, 1-inch cut, and this is not part of the kit or anything, but this came with my barrel grip one. So this is an accessory you can buy if you wanted to, but it has a dust collection that'll fit right through the shoe, which you hook this up to a hose, and it'll swivel pretty freely. But I've never really used these much. I don't really care for it. I mean, they make some dust, but it's easy to clean up. But all in all, great little unit. As much power as the big boys. Variable speed on the trigger. I don't have to worry about the cord. And everything you could want from a perfect jigsaw. So hopefully this helps. If you're in the 18-volt line, take a look at it. If not, if you just need a really good jigsaw, this is something I would highly recommend. So stop over our forum. Let's talk some tools. Let's talk projects. Talk about anything if you want. Give us a like on this video if you don't mind, and subscribe to us. We have videos like this all the time, and we're going to be doing some more projects here coming up. And until next time, I'm John from WorkshopAddict.com. Talk to you later.